President Trump is in Scotland this weekend to celebrate the opening of a new Trump golf course. The president also will meet with leaders, even as the Jeffrey Epstein controversy continues to swirl among his supporters back here at home. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell is traveling with the president in Edinburgh, Scotland. Hey, Kelly.
Good morning, Willie. Those questions about Jeffrey Epstein keep coming, and the president has appeared to do what he can to diminish and deflect them. Today, a top European official has traveled here to Scotland and will be a guest at his private club for a meeting where the president can try to shift the focus back to international issues like tensions over his tariff trade war. President Trump visiting his golf courses here in Scotland.
Beautiful shot.
Playing a rare dual role as sitting president and promoter of his family business during what the White House calls a private visit, blurring the lines between business and government. But today, Mr. Trump will meet with the president of the European Commission as the U.S. and EU work toward an agreement on tariffs.
With the European Union, I think we have a good 50-50 chance. That's a lot.
But deflecting on the controversy around the Jeffrey Epstein files.
You're making a very big thing over something that's not a big thing.
However, a senior administration official says the Justice Department granted limited immunity to Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, allowing her to answer 2 days of DOJ questions without risk of additional prosecution. Maxwell is serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking. The president again insisting that Attorney General Pam Bondi had not told him his name is among the prominent figures in the files. He has not been accused of wrongdoing.
People on his client list may be outed in the coming days. I can't wait for that.
That was conservative podcaster Dan Bongino before he became the FBI's deputy director and before he threatened to quit that job when the administration said there was no client list and no Epstein files would be released. A cryptic new post from Bongino, writing that he is shocked down to my core. Bongino refers to public corruption and political weaponization, but without explanation, yet declares we are going to get the answers we all deserve. The Deputy Attorney General who conducted the interview with Ghislaine Maxwell has said the Department of Justice will say more about what they learned at an appropriate time. Meanwhile, the president has a few more days here in Scotland where he has both business and family ties. His mother immigrated to the U.S. from Scotland. Willie?
Kelly O'Donnell with the president in Scotland. Kelly, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.